What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about API3. Oracle. This is an Oracle. This is not like your standard third-party oracles that we've seen with Chainlink. I think API3 has a real shot of doing something special, purely off of the basis as well that it's already got huge integration with a ton of different cryptos. And then on top of that, there is no downtime for API3. There's so much less risk. And the biggest problem we've seen in crypto in the last year has been oracles that have been targeted and exploited. API3 should be immune for that. And as a result, I think there's a real shot of API3 doing something pretty significant in terms of gains. Also, we're going to take a look at the crypto news. Some news coming out about Gemini yet again, doing staffing cuts. So we'll take a look at what's going on in the crypto space in general. Before I get into all of that though, guys, if you're new to the channel, these are the first 26 coins I spoke about on this channel. Had you put in to each of these just $100 when I released the videos, and then you've been holding them for a few years, you've never done anything, never sold them, done everything wrong as an investor, just sat on them. If you had done that, $100 into each would still put you up 12 grand. And that's doing everything wrong. 12 grand from a $2,600 investment is not bad. But if you'd have sold these coins at the end of 2021 like I did when the markets were absolutely red hot, $100 into each could have netted you a profit of 123 grand. There's a big difference between doing the correct thing and the wrong thing. Now, as I said, I sold all of these off at the end of 2021. If you want to see the coins I currently own that are in my portfolio, you can do. You just have to go to copymycrypto.com. On the site, I share the coins I own. I give the members real-time updates anytime I buy or sell a coin. Release videos on a daily basis talking about the markets, where we have been so pinpoint accurate on the moves of Bitcoin. It's been insane, to the point of predicting the window and percentage move, like time frame and percentage move that Bitcoin was going to do. And then on top of that, guys, we have a history of success on both the channel and the site. Phantom leads the way in that. Phantom was a course I created a course on Phantom in 2020 called The Best Cryptocurrency Investment of 2020. Said this would 100x or more. It did 677x. If you'd have put in $1,000, you'd have been able to buy a very nice house. You'd have put in $2,000, you'd have netted 1.3 million if you'd have sold at the right time. Now, I'm always looking for the next Phantom. When I find it, I'm going to go onto the site and tell the members all about it. I'm going to tell them the coin, the gains I think it can have, and the percentage of my money I'm putting in, and they can copy along. If that interests you, you want to take the work out of your crypto investing, go read the site, and remember, you can verify everything you've read on the YouTube channel's history. Maybe I'll see you there, guys. Right. API3, $1.60 right now, market cap of 115 million. Decent amount of circulating supply out, still about 48 million to go. So still a fair few to be released. So look, Chainlink leads the way in oracles. Chainlink is the granddad of oracles. It's like Bitcoin's the granddad of, or dad, whatever. Ethereum's the dad of smart contracts. Chainlink's the dad of oracles. API3 is the next generation of it. So oracles fundamentally are usually third-party oracles, which means basically the data off-chain has to go through a middleman to become on-chain data. API3 isn't that because it's fully integrated with their APIs into any project that you want. So their goal is to allow decentralized versions of APIs to be built, managed, and monetized at scale. And as blockchain tech plays a bigger role in the economy, from decentralized finance to supply management, the team behind this project says it's more important than ever for smart contracts to provide timely, reliable, real-world data. And that is bang on true. There was a, Teller. The CEO of Teller, the CTO of Teller. I remember listening to him do a talk. And the biggest point he was saying is, in terms of bridges are effectively an oracle. They've been like the most hacked thing over the past year. A decentralized oracle presents way less potential for risk. Also, as decentralized finance evolves, oracles are more important than ever. Without an accurate oracle behind a decentralized finance product, the data, the pricing, nothing's going to be accurate. So a strong and succinct oracle is the most important thing to have set up alongside a decentralized finance product. Otherwise, the decentralized finance product, the DeFi products, will not work. And API3 are, first party, not third party. So the CEO of API3 has explained. So in setting out why API3 is unique, Vantinen explained how decentralized APIs can provide superior data transparency all the way to the factual data source compared to the existing decentralized oracles, which do not consider the data source API to be within the scope of their solution. So what API3 have introduced is light middleware known as their Air node that make API3 work by being entirely integrated into a product without effectively a third party. And when we actually see what API3 have done so far, they keep updating the website, to be fair to them. They've got the API3 Alliance now. Their Air node is that middleware that connects the APIs directly to the smart contracts. They've also got the API3 DAO, but look at the amount of partners that they've got. All of these are strong. There's so many strong damn projects in this. Now, I think my face is in the way. Let me move me. Decentralized Currency Group are certainly have an investment within API3. That is worth bearing in mind. Obviously, DCG are in trouble at the moment. So if they have a solid amount of holdings of API3, that could be dumped by them. Obviously, we know there's a lot of problems with regards to Gemini and everything else around it after the fallout of FTX. But when you look at API3, you've got Kadena, you've got Moonbeam. I saw Phantom up there. Option Room is a very big DeFi protocol. You've got Oasis Foundation. I think this is Sela Bridge. There's Bird Money, Harmony, Polygon. It is integrated with so many damn projects, and the reason for it is because of the way they're set up. They should be as well cheaper than your Chainlink to integrate, and with more accurate data, being a first-party oracle as opposed to these third parties like Chainlink, they deliver better security, better efficiency, better data source transparency, and they should be better in terms of pricing. And that matters, obviously, because the projects want to minimize the amount that they're spending. So the data feeds from API3 a lot cheaper. What I like as well is they've also got stuff like API3.org's University, the Open Banking project as well. And I just think they're really well set up. They've got really damn strong partnerships with some of the best DeFi projects out there. And I think it's just an inevitability that they're going to have some success, particularly given, Chainlink will be effectively what moves the market for all oracles. Chainlink hit heights of like $40, not, in 2021, and it's only about $7 now, so that will scale up by a 4x. Sorry, maths, tired. So, that will scale up by at least a 6x or so. And Chainlink's market cap is so damn high, 6x isn't quite massive. So if Chainlink can do a 6x, what the hell can API3 do? Well, API3 in the 2021 cycle hit heights of sort of $9.50. I think this could run up to $20 with relative ease. That would only put it at market cap of about 1.4 billion right now. But given that it's fueling all the price data for some of the biggest DeFi projects around, Phantom, everything, and there's so many others, the accumulative market cap of all the sort of DeFi projects it works with is enormous. So 1.4 billion is a fraction of that, and it runs the price feeds for all these DeFis. It's a cheaper solution. As a result, it's probably going to have way more integrations with other projects over the next year. So $20 as a target point seems quite reasonable for me. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you are a returning viewer, hit the subscribe button, and videos will make you money. The videos where I'm talking about cryptos I don't like will save you money, and it's a nice thing to do. Be a nice person. Before I get into the crypto news of the day, if you guys want to see the coins I own right now, go to copymycrypto.com. Go read the site. You can verify everything you read on the YouTube channel's history. On the site, I share my portfolio. I give real-time updates anytime I buy or sell a crypto. Release videos on a daily basis where we have absolutely nailed with pinpoint accuracy the moves of the market over the last few months. On top of that huge history of success, no YouTuber in 2020 was talking about Phantom other than me. Go look through your favorite crypto YouTubers. Search Phantom. You're not going to find anyone that was saying it would 100x or more in 2020. But I did. I committed myself to that because I'd read through it. I knew it. And when I find the next Phantom, and I will, the next coin that can do those gains, I'm not going to do a course like last time. I'm just going to go onto my site, tell the members the coin, the gains I think it can have, and the percentage of my money I'm putting in. And if they want to copy along and make those gains, they can. And if that sounds good to you, go read the site now, and maybe, guys, I will see you there. Last thing, Gemini. So Gemini has had another round of layoffs, shedding another 10% of its staff, according to an internal message viewed by a site called The Information. They've obviously been swept up in the bankruptcy of Genesis Global Capital, who've been unable to pay out funds in its earn account to its earn account holders. How many times have you seen this, guys? Don't go into earn accounts. They're not working. You're going to be in a vulnerable position. We've also seen the Winklevoss twins engaged in a Twitter war with Digital Currency Group, who are the parent company of Genesis, over the $900 million owed to earn customers. It's just a mess, isn't it? It's just a mess, this Gemini situation. And the Digital Currency Group situation, because they have so much in crypto holdings. And we don't actually know the seriousness of the position Digital Currency Group are in. If they have enormous liabilities, they're going to have to liquidate a ton of their crypto. That would tank the market. There's just no doubt about it. It's a huge, huge group. And we're just seeing a lot of layoffs at the moment. This is what happens in a bear cycle. We've seen it every time. Like we saw it in 2018 as well. Kraken laid off like 30% of their staff in like a wanna. So Coinbase, Crypto.com, Blockchain, and Consensus have all laid off staff in recent weeks. Sign of the times. But the contrast is also a really strong sign. If you're seeing a crypto project that's good, or you're seeing a company that's hiring in this time, that's a good sign that they're actually in a pretty strong position. Worth bearing in mind. Now, Bitcoin, Axie Infinity was the biggest gainer of the last 7 days. It went up about 43.5%. Although I've not seen what it's doing today, but I would imagine it's tanking hard because like 1.6% of the max supply came out, and I would have expected that would dump. Yeah. So what did it hit? $12 now, $12.10. Hit heights of 13.7. Yeah. It's a decent dump. But that was always going to happen, guys. But Bitcoin continues sort of rallying. It's holding steady around that 23K level, and that is going to be a key level. It's a nice psychological level, but for me, as I watch Bitcoin, the most important level right now is 23,300. If there is a close above that on a wider term time frame, like a 4-hour time frame, I expect Bitcoin to kick on. And 25,200 is very in play for me for Bitcoin based on what I'm seeing in the charts. Let's see if that ends up being the case. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. Let's see how this week shakes out, and let's see if there's any more FUD around Gemini and the digital currency group. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.